sir. No.
What's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, you know I can't call it, man. I can't call it. Just another beautiful day in heat hell. And
But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who working the machine, but boy, they got that thing turned up this time, boy, for real.
Hey, man, global warming. Look, everybody need to apologize to Al Gore back in 2001, 2002, whenever that was, because, bro, it's crazy. Look, so, I'm in Texas, right? I'm a VA, born in Philly, and all that. But I'm in Texas now, right? They try to tell us to conserve energy, we need to have our AC set to 82 while we sleep, while we home 78, and then I was like, "You got me what?
80.
I don't care nothing about that power grid, boy. You got me messed up."
80 anything inside the house. I got
look.
Listen, my power went out yesterday, bro. Like real talk for like 10 minutes. I told my wife to go sit in my car. Y'all stay in the house. I'm straight.
Hell,
So,
look.
Man, it's hot. I don't know what's going on, bro.
It's hot. But look, man. So, if y'all see us going out, getting a towel, sweating, look, I got the AC on. I got my little fan blowing. It's hot. It's hot out here in Texas, boy.
Man, but Texas and Georgia, it's hot, definitely. But we got the Cleveland Browns and Cleveland, Ohio State Buckeyes, and we even talk about Cincinnati if y'all want to throw that thing in there. It's in Ohio, you know what I mean? So we're gonna bring Cleveland Browns in and let them tell us what they got going on this year. Give us some expectations, and we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna chop it up with the Cleveland Brown fan base today. And talk about these top 5 all-time playmakers, regardless of position. I think they're going to be a fun list, man, because it's interesting. It just depends on how you look at football and what you think a playmaker is. So, be able to give you that. It's going to be dope.
Make sure people see my backdrop, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys, we got one on the list, maybe 2 lists. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ready for this?
Man, didn't you lose a recruit to Georgia the other day?
No.
Yes, you did.
We didn't have.
He was supposed to go to Florida.
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
Let me tell you this. Before we get started, let me go ahead and shake this stuff, right? Because I have Florida fans that watch. You know what I'm saying? We got Georgia fans. Y'all got to calm down, man, with this overreacting with this stuff. I'm gonna tell you what, AJ Thomas, right? The dude, they didn't have us in this top 5. We weren't over there. You know what I'm saying? Didn't happen. We hired Corey Raymond. A lot of guys was like, "Oh, you hired Corey Raymond."
He was in your top.
No, he won't. We weren't in the top 5, right? So then when Corey Raymond came, they was like, "Oh, we're gonna give them a real look. We'll give Florida a real look." So him, TJ Mitchell, a lot of guys was like, "All right, we're going to give him a look as, y'all got the GOAT there." That's what it was. So guys gave us the look. They gave us, the opportunity type thing. But, it was one of them things where it's like, hey, man, we're going to throw our hand in there. Because there's a picture of him and Kirby on the field, and dude had to be, what, 8th grade? 8th, 9th grade.
Yeah,
so
people don't realize that we offered that cat. He's been in Georgia for a long time. He's been in camps and been with the DBs and been specifically doing workouts that we have been giving him to do for the position. So a lot of people don't even know that, like the casual fans.
Yeah, folks gotta realize it takes, yes, you want to come in and you want to pull some kids that want to be, under the logo, you know what I'm saying, be with the team. And you might win a couple of stuff, but for them the creme de la creme, them kids, a lot of them been, they've been getting pulled since they was in 9th, 10th grade. So, it's going to take time, man. It ain't going to be a 1-year thing, a 6-month thing. The man been there for 6 months. Give him
I was talking to Luke the Raymond, Uncle Luke, the Miami fans, the Miami spaces. And when I was talking to Uncle Luke a couple of days ago, I asked him specifically, I said, "Uncle Luke, how long is it going to take you to get Miami back to the college football playoff?" And he said maybe this year or next year. That's what he said.
Separate combo. We talking recruiting, team success, and recruiting. So as far as recruiting wise, Miami ain't gonna be a top 3, top 5 recruiting thing their first year. Now they may get there, year 2, year 3, the same way with us. We may get there, but I think with a lot of these recruits to really pull those big flips, you got to show what y'all got on the field too. Like you can show the facilities, you can show how we're going to use you, all that stuff. At the end of the day, these kids want to know, and parents now want to see what you really how it's going to be executed on the field. And once you get that year in, then that's when you can be like, all right, kids can be like, all right, I believe you, you believe. So, I mean, I think both schools are going to increase and get up there. But, I mean, it's going to be hard to compete because UGA is always going to be up there.
Always.
Be up there. A&M is always going to be up there because they're going to pay for everybody. Clemson kind of, maybe not. Ohio State is always going to be up there because the proof is in the pudding with them. You know what I'm saying? USC will probably be there because they're the prime school in the West. So you can be in the top 7, top 8 in the nation, but still be 4th in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy like that. So yeah, man. But enough about the recruiting, you know what I'm saying, and Miami and Florida, all that. We got 2 guests we about to bring on. We got one guy, man. I'm gonna introduce Marcus because he talks a lot. In these groups, you know what I'm saying? He talks a whole lot. I don't understand why, but he's an Ohio State guy, so I get it. When it be Cleveland Brown stuff, he be kind of quiet, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. So we're gonna have him on, and then Steve will introduce the other guy.
Yeah, man, we got my guy Ty, man. He actually has a podcast himself. Let me make sure I get it right. It's 216 State of Mind, man. So got Cleveland in the building today. He gonna be able to come in, talk to us, man, tell us what's going on, and just kind of pick these guys' brain about the season coming up, what they think about football currently right now, and just talk some hot topics with these guys. So man, we'll go ahead and bring them on and get them in, man, and
Indeed.
let's see what they got for us today.
Let's get them on here. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Look at Marcus in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let next time I come on the show, let Steve-O introduce me. we need to
Good morning, fellas. Good morning, man. How y'all doing?
Good morning, top of the morning.
Pretty good.
We appreciate y'all being on, man. So look, man, we're gonna get right into it. We got the dog pound, man, got his brown stuff on. I don't know where you found it. I don't know if they giving it away or what, but he got some. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they teach us how to make it at an early age.
So look, so we'll start there, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all are hot in the news. Everybody know about, Deshaun, Bill Cosby, Watson. And it's just like, you know about Deshaun Watson, you know what I'm saying?
Watson.
That man, that man is a wild boy, you know what I'm saying? So tell us from a fan base, like how are y'all receiving the news and how are y'all processing this whole thing?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you that the city is divided, like real talk. I mean, there's a lot of people who feel a super type of way about Deshaun being brought in. They're talking about how it changes the characteristics or the values of the organization, right? It being a historic organization, and now you got a guy in who's got all of these allegations. The rest of us just want to see the boy ball out. So it's a city divided for sure right now. And it's getting ugly about a minute. We up to 26 now. 26 women. We started at 22.
I was about to say he done gained 4 cases in the last 3 months.
Right quick.
Look, man, that deposit of that signing bonus, that's the one thing when that money get announced, everybody know. So
yeah, it's been crazy to see because you you never think that Cleveland would even get somebody with that level of talent. And then we get him, but it's strings attached.
Right. Now he's practicing and stuff like that in the camp and all that stuff thus far, right?
Oh yeah, he's looking great in OTAs. Him and Amari Cooper have already got a connection. They looking nasty. They drafted a receiver out of Purdue, David Brown. They say he haven't dropped a ball yet in the 7-on-7s and even in the drills. He's basically the Jarvis Landry replacement. They're looking real nice, but hey, it'll be a great 2024 season.
Now is Baker there working out too?
Oh no. You know how you got that one relative that you tell him about the party after it's over? He ain't invited. They asked him to stay at the crib, and I think he probably was okay with that. He's also still rehabbing anyway from the injury to the shoulder. So he would have been limited in terms of what he could accomplish anyway. But, I mean, as long as they're working on the trade, he'll be at the house.
So what and Marcus, we'll get to Ohio State in a second. You know what I'm saying?
Baker probably real nice on 2K right now.
Let that man talk. Let that man talk Cleveland Brown, man.
I need to talk about the Browns.
I mean, we the America's team.
So
this is America's team.
What? Who?
The Cleveland Browns.
Oh shit!
It's America's team.
So if America was
hey, I got y'all shirts. I got your sizes. They on the. Why y'all laughing? They on the way.
Look, Lord have mercy, man. Hey, I never turn down no gear.
I got you, my man.
Y'all now. Like y'all up here laughing now. Don't jump on the bandwagon in 2025.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
He not getting 4 games. They gave Brady 4 games for deflated footballs. He getting
talk to him.
So what you think? You think they'll give him a full 17?
He getting 8. He getting 8 minimum. Bro, he getting 8 minimum. Like he's gonna be going 8 games to a year. Bro.
I feel like he did 16. Like he's already 16 games already. I feel like
having Jacoby Brissett out there is the same as having Baker. So this is a throwaway season essentially. For me.
Really? Hey. You think Baker and Jacoby Brissett are the same level?
I think Baker's slightly better. I think the way the Browns handle it, they could have handled it better with Baker because he could be out there playing this year instead of being mad. But the way that they did him, they could have did that a little better.
I got you.
I kind of agree. I kind of agree, but only kind of, because Baker played itself. When Baker got hurt, he should have went and found some bench to sit on, and got right, and he didn't do that. But I also feel like the organization should have told him at some point, boy, you stanking up the joint. You need to go sit down. And they let it be his decision to make at the end of the day, when really at some point they should have pulled the plug on him. And then the offseason would have went completely different.
I think he played through that injury to try to get that extension.
I was about to say, when the money on the line, you want to sit
remember I was telling you that.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude's so hurt. And like he was stating before, it's divided. There's Baker loyalists that they fought me tooth and nail because I haven't believed in him since the second year. There's no way that you're putting this offense around him and he can't do nothing. The Browns had one of the top offensive lines last year and he still can't do nothing. And then I think it's coaching too, because the Chargers and the Chiefs game, there's no adjustments being made. I'm not sure Stefanski's the right coach for this team. I think you need a better head coach.
Y'all gonna go through.
That's the thing, man.
Hold on.
It's the organization, man.
Hold on. Let back the bus up and put the emergency brake on. First of all, I agree with you. Stefanski is the most vanilla play caller since Bluebell ice cream. He don't need to be calling plays because guess what? Remember back in the day when we played like Tecmo Bowl, them games only had like 8 plays.
Yes.
Stefanski run the same play. He think you can keep flipping the play and ain't nobody gonna figure it out. That's the majority of the issue with Baker was you was asking him to do a lot with a little bit. Teams got scouts that studied the strategy to the point where you keep running the same play, they gonna figure it out. And Stefanski just was not creative enough. And I think this year we'll see that change because I mean, the proof was in the pudding, right? And the pudding went bad. So he's got 2 guys in there this year really helping to transform the offense. He even admitted during OTAs that it really was a passing camp. They got rid of this whole 3 tight end junk they were doing. What they call it, 13 personnel. That's out the window. They got rid of who do we get from Atlanta? Austin Hooper. Hooper like, gone.
I told him Hooper had hands of bricks, but he ain't want
to. They got the dude. I think they overpaid Joku too. I didn't like that. And you would watch games last year, and Nick Chubb wasn't even a factor. You got like the top 5 running back in the league, and it would be games where he was non-existent. Like, and that's play calling right there. So it's a combination of him and Baker. So hopefully we'll see it different when Deshaun get out there, because Deshaun can sling. Deshaun was slinging the rock when he didn't have a good O-line in Houston.
Facts.
So I think it'll be better when you get out there.
So is Cleveland gonna ride with the decision they made as far as bringing him in? Like, say they throw the hammer at him, they're like, yo, he going for the year.
I think they know the Browns did as much due diligence as they could, and they knew what they was getting into. You're not getting
they got finessed a little bit.
The Browns? Like,
yeah.
Man, he almost got us. He almost got.
I think they knew enough to invest in him. Like, you don't invest no full guaranteed contract if you don't know enough to feel he don't have any criminal charges. He just freaky. He freaky Watson. That's all. It just make him look. It just make him look bad because it make him look like he was setting up massages for something else. It's too many people.
It don't look like.
Man. At the end of the day, I mean, Deshaun Watson knew what he was doing. I mean, come on.
Because for real,
he freaky deep. He freaky deep, but it ain't against the law to be freaky deep. But you usually got to tell somebody that you're there for the freaky deep, like Robert Kraft.
Happy endings are not illegal.
Like, you gotta put it in the header of the email or something. You can't have an attachment on there and she come up in there. Because if 65 women say okay, all it takes is one to be like, nah, I'm good.
Super facts.
And now his name is drug.
The crazy part is, so the part that baffles me, right, when I think 66, anything when you start getting in double digits, is it this many girls that's like, that's just thinks you're disgusting, so you just keep going to the next one? Or you just want something new every day?
I think it's something new every time. It's a mental concept.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah.
Hey, you ain't down 1 in 66. You can keep going.
Yeah. The dude clearly has some kind of fetish, and it got bad. But I put it. Somebody hit me with simple math though, right? So we say 66. 66 over 17 months. Well, 66 over 17 months is only 2.5 massages a month. How often do women get their toes done? So it wasn't like it was a tremendous amount, but what he was doing, it was all bad. His intentions was bad.
And as soon as he got that contract, as soon as the Browns gave him that contract, some more stuff started coming out. They was mad at that. So
they wasn't mad. They was happy. It was about to be a payday.
Look, I think that's what it was. I think he was like, look, I'm gonna give y'all all like a couple $100,000, cool. And then they was like, oh, you signed for 230 guaranteed.
Yeah. We need more.
I mean, the
price yesterday ain't the price today, brother.
That's what it was. So them 4 that was getting that check to shut up, they ain't get what they wanted. So they was like, us too.
Yeah, they like we about to go ahead and hit the gym and max out on this fool.
But his saving grace is that it ain't nothing criminal That's
Yeah.
his saving grace. So
That's-
That's what's
that
keeping
ain't
him playing.
nothing.
That's why
All
he
right,
keeps playing.
just a little weirdo. Sorry.
Bro, think about
So-
it. They gave Ridley. Look what they did for Ridley for gambling. He getting way more than 4 games. He way more.
Now Deshaun won't play this year. I think he won't
He ain't
play.
playing this year.
I don't think Deshaun's gonna play. I think that the league can't even play around with this. He gonna have to sit. And to be honest, if you look at Cleveland's roster, name 5 other rosters that's better. They still could win 10 games because Jacoby Brissett's as a game manager, he's not gonna lose you the game and he's not gonna win you the game. But Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Amari Cooper,
All right.
on the other side of the ball, you got Clowney, you got Ward, you got
I got something for you.
Garrett.
When we pull up Madden, a lot of people pick the Browns because on paper, you know
They
what I'm saying?
good. So give me the AFC.
Deshaun in there.
The AFC
Deshaun in
North
there.
next year with Deshaun Watson. Give me the AFC North ranking without Deshaun Watson.
Ooh.
With
With or with, give me both. With or without.
I think the Browns get first place with him. Without him, I think, man, I still think Cincinnati and Baltimore better.
No.
Without
Baltimore.
him,
Baltimore got players. They don't have a roster.
they got Jackson better than Brissett.
Jackson's
better than Brissett.
playmaker now. I don't know.
They got players. They don't have a roster.
Jackson has a good defense. The Ravens have a good defense and an MVP level quarterback.
The Ravens
That's
don't got nobody to get the ball to.
Who?
They can give it to Lamar.
Lamar gonna be running around and just have to throw it up.
But he can though. That's the thing. He can.
Nah, it ain't sustainable.
It's a Kobe Brissett. It's a Kobe
ain't
Brissett
sustainable.
throwing bombs to Amari Cooper.
All right, but look, real quick, talking about throwing bombs, we're gonna take a quick 30-second
Commercial.
quiet break for our affiliate, VSO Radio. So we'll take a quick 30 and then we'll be right back. All right, we back. All right, so look, all right, so we have our Deshaun Watson. So what else about the Browns, man? Because we all talk about the quarterback play, right? The quarterback play, y'all had, bad luck.
Wait, hold on. Let them finish giving them.
The rankings. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, let them finish giving them rankings out. I want to see what they rank these teams with and without.
So Marcus say Browns 1. Who? Cincinnati is 2. If the Browns have Deshaun Watson,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then Baltimore.
Okay.
Yep.
So y'all Pittsburgh, no love on that thing, huh?
Oh
Mitchell
man,
Trubisky
Right.
is that quarterback?
I don't think
right? Either that or your man Baby Hands.
I think.
You talking about Baby Hands?
Hey man, he played in Pittsburgh. He used to it.
Take that boy 45 minutes to lotion up his body with them little hands.
Now I will say this thing about Pittsburgh, right? I think
He
their
need to
team
stop
is
massage
built
therapy.
is most built for success because the only thing that they had to plug in is a quarterback. They got the weapons, they got the running, they got the defense, they got everything you need. You just need a quarterback to be consistent. And the Steelers,
Hot take. If you put Lamar Jackson on the Steelers going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But with the quarterback that the Steelers have, they might not be 500.
So let me just get this on record. You saying that the Mike Tomlin gonna have his first losing season this year?
Yeah, especially with an odd number of games.
I don't think Trubisky getting through the whole year. They switching quarterbacks.
Facts.
He'll be out by week 6.
yeah, I think so too. I think it's gonna be Kenny Pickett. I think he's gonna. I honestly think he's probably gonna win it through preseason. I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like you can't deny it that he's the better quarterback.
Who you talking?
that he throw baby hands with the best of them. Now, I think that the inability to quickly pick up on an NFL playbook might help Trubisky get the starting spot for at least the first 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the things, man. I'm not putting too much weight onto Kenny Pickett because, I don't think any of these quarterbacks coming this year was that great. But he's the best. He's in the best situation out of everybody.
Absolutely. Sure. As long as he can hand it off, they can win at least 6 games like that.
Yep.
I got I think when you're looking at it without Deshaun Watson, man, I really like Cincinnati, man. I do. I like the additions that they made in the offseason. I like the draft that they had too. I don't think Cincinnati's going to have a fall off, man. I think Cincinnati wins. I think without Deshaun Watson, Cincinnati division. And if he get back to the AFC Championship game, you're going to have to give him a Deshaun Watson type contract. If I'm him, I don't accept anything less than a fully guaranteed contract. And I think I think he's $300 million.
I don't think so. I don't think nobody getting a contract like that.
You don't think so?
I think Deshaun messing up everybody.
I don't know.
Yeah,
because it was unprecedented and it's really unfounded. There's no real reason to guarantee that kind of money unless they win the Super Bowl. Like, Burrow will take them to the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl, then he probably can write whatever check he wants. But other than that, what quarterback in the league? Let me think before I say something stupid.
I'm about to say, go ahead.
Okay, what quarterback in the league, other than Lamar Jackson, is athletic enough to be in a situation where they single-handedly ensure that their team wins the Super Bowl? Burrow's not that guy. That's why they spend all that money in the offseason getting him aligned.
Josh Allen.
He's close.
He don't have to be because
that's tough.
Have a great team, but he can move. He is Cam Newton with a better accuracy.
I can go for that.
Yeah, me too.
There y'all go. Y'all don't want them Steelers fans up. I told y'all they were coming.
Steelers winning the division. If we playing football with a little piece of paper you flick across the table, they winning the division. That's about it.
So you said, what about Aaron Rodgers? Now, he missed his shot to get that kind of money. But what about A-Rod? You don't think Rodgers is worth that kind of money?
No, I think that's a bad investment at this juncture. I mean,
yeah.
He don't have enough tread left on the tire to put that kind of money up for him.
Man, y'all got these Steelers fans in here talking noise now.
Man. First of all, somebody go wipe Ben Roethlisberger's tears because we had that boy on the bench crying, looking like nobody want to play with him at recess.
Hey, well, we know what that happened. You know what I'm saying? That boy went out for a party. He ain't been looked at the same by many people.
Yeah, I think the AFC North is going to be very competitive. It's still going to be competitive every year, point blank, period. But I think at the end of the day, you got Cincinnati 1 and Cleveland 2. And it don't matter who the quarterback is in Cleveland. We at least 2.
I think Cincinnati, man. I think them boys just too. I think they have the perfect play caller for their team. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's so much talent-wise. They just have the right guy to call the right plays for the quarterback and the wide receiver core that they have. It's magic.
And you still got Joe Mixon back there told that thing. So
yeah, he a beast.
It's hard to stop them guys, man. Y'all got Steeler Nation in here talking noise this morning.
It's all crazy. So look, we had 30 minutes already. So look, man, let's flip over from Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? You guys expecting the world with Deshaun Watson, and Lord knows the Browns going to do the Browns. Ohio State, right? We can put some smiles on y'all face. We can talk about Ohio State. Because there's not so much bad we could say about Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I don't know. Michigan tagged them last year.
So now, okay. So my personal thing, right? I love that y'all kept the Urban Meyer offense, like that spread. You know, that passing. I love it.
That shit back to Florida. Come on, man.
I
Come
like
on.
Urban Meyer. Listen, I was an Urban Meyer fan. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Utah, I just like the way he, the way he spreads the field.
I bet you do.
All that.
You like the way he worked, don't you?
Hey, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Ring is up. So look, Ryan Day's done a great job as far as keeping everything he put in place, keeping it rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think y'all have probably one of the best wide receiver cores in the nation, if not the best, for sure.
Yeah. I saw that Garrett Wilson said that the other day.
Did they have Marvin Harrison Jr.? Don't they got Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
That boy's fast. Hey, that boy, you see the video of him when he put the ball in the joint and threw it and went in the air and he went and caught it.
Come on,
man. And that's just, and then y'all probably gonna get Carnell Tate. And if y'all can pull that out, like y'all, Ohio State, man, is definitely wide receiver you without a doubt, man. Them boys, it's different out there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. They at least 5 deep right now.
But it wasn't enough to beat Michigan last year. So they haven't been good enough to get y'all into that spot as far as the playoffs, getting things done.
You didn't put me taking shots.
No, I mean I'm not taking shots. I'm just saying like it wasn't enough to get it done. Like, so what do you think it's going to take for y'all to get over that hump, to not let Harbaugh start to build his program off the back of y'all, of that L he gave y'all, and to kind of get that last spot in the conference playoff? Because USC is probably they getting up there, so it's going to be a battle between y'all two. Because the ACC always going to send one, that SEC is usually going to send one or two. So who going to get that last spot? Pac-12 or the Big Ten?
What'd you say, Marcus?
Hold on.
Hold on. Go ahead.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Last year, I was sort of worried about that Michigan game because of the way that they played against Oregon. Like when you see how your team plays against like a Power 5, like on that schedule, it sort of gives you like an indicator of how they was playing. Even the Utah game was kind of, you know what I'm saying? And you have to beat Michigan. I think it's a fluke. Like, I don't think they're going to do it again. Stroud's going to be better this year than he was last year. So I'm not worried about it. I think I got a lot of flack for that, for that loss. But I think that we good in the Big Ten. We need a national championship, and I need to look out against SEC teams, because you're gonna have to go through one or two to win a national title. So
they are the bar. Yeah.
Michigan. If Michigan beat us again, now I'm worried. But I think it's a fluke. I don't think they're gonna do it again.
I agree. That was a fluke.
I get it. They were more power. Y'all were more finesse, and like y'all defense was bad for Ohio State standards. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say bad for everybody, because we would have took y'all defense and quite happy. So you know what I'm saying?
Who is weak? Florida?
Come on, man.
I'm about to say, if you're talking about Florida, you take anybody's anything and be happy.
No, we just need that defense. We just need that defense. That's all. That offense, we fine. We good on the offensive side. The defensive side.
Bro, you got a bigger, faster Tebow. He's just as inaccurate. But anyway, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, inconsistent.
Very inconsistent.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
So somebody be so inaccurate in college. He sure do hold a lot of them SEC records for passing. And all them 5 stars rolling through Athens really ain't making no noise. But back to Ohio State.
JT Barrett owns records for passing in the Big Ten. That don't mean nothing. JT Barrett was there for 8 years. That dude like an 8-year senior. Of course you gonna hold the record.
Look,
Tebow was there for.
You can't call it. You can't when you talking about their college stuff. You can't say somebody inaccurate when they lead the conference all time and passing touchdowns to pass.
Bro, he's throwing 2 yards to Harvard.
I said he inconsistent. He'll throw an accurate ball. He might throw a deep ball, and the next 3 out routes he throwing it in the bleachers.
That's y'all think about the pros. So y'all letting the pros get in there. When you think about the pros, you're like, oh, the Jets and the Patriots days. You ain't think about just the blue and orange. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You letting that NFL cloud your mind.
Bro, you sound like a U fan now, man.
I was say thank Docs for the diagnosis.
The proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing.
I thought the Miami stream was last week, man. Y'all, you up there talking about ancient relics? We talking about right now. Right now,
Tebow is hosting a TV show. So I mean, he brought up Tebow, not me. He brought up Tebow, not me. Tebow shooting commercials, playing golf, and talk a little football on Saturday. He old news. But Ohio State, like CJ Stroud, right? Second place in the Heisman.
Yep.
Is Ohio State going to get over that hump? Like, y'all brought in a great defensive coordinator. Y'all have the players. Shout out to Sarajan Mitchell, Virginia Beach boy. You know what I'm saying? His brother, we played together in high school. Is he good? Is the defense going to be good enough to not only compete in the Big Ten, with the Michigan States, because they're
you gotta come hit with the big boy. You gotta come hit with the big boy.
Then you gotta come right. Then you gotta come play with that UGA, Bama. What y'all going to
SEC, Ken. All we worried about is the SEC. Have you watched the Big Ten for the last decade?
I try not to.
Hold on, no.
Ready for us? Like, I don't understand this.
I meant to say that earlier because y'all being real disrespectful to Mel Tucker.
Yeah.
Because at Michigan State now. I'm just saying, be careful.
Quietly.
Don't let him sneak you. Don't let him sneak you now. I'm just be careful. Mel Tucker's a hell of a coach and recruiter now. I'm just telling you.
Find you a Spartan fan and ask them, are they ready for a high
Draymond Green. Draymond Green, the only one I know, bro. You got it.
I know Kenny Walker because we got their running back coach on our staff.
There you go.
So that's
but Michigan State too, man. I ain't gonna disregard that. I mean, they little bro to the little bro. But they'll sneak y'all every blue moon. I think Mel Tucker a good coach, man. That's all.
I think it's gonna be. We'll find out early in the season. Last year, you could tell something wasn't right because the defense was giving up too many points, which is uncharacteristic for an Ohio State defense. So we was worried about that from the jump. But if they can show in the first 4 games or so that they shutting down those that they should shut down, that means they can compete with the SEC teams. But we got to show that first. So DJ will be fine on the offensive side. It's whether or not the defense shows up that'll dictate Ohio State's whole season.
Yeah, they look like a Pac-10 team last year. They were scoring a lot of points, but not playing defense.
Yeah,
and that's not gonna be. You see what happened when they get to the playoffs and play an SEC team? Like, it's bad.
So,
man.
All right. So real quick before I get to this next question, right? Because the next question I'm gonna ask, as far as who on y'all roster, right? Because we know y'all got the Smith and Juba and the running back. Your offense wise, y'all are good. Defensive side of the ball, that's what I want to hear about. Because you can have a great coach, but I don't remember. Usually y'all got a couple names on defense.
Osa brothers and Chase Young. Right. What that y'all got.
Right, but first we're gonna take our last 30-second break. Commercial shout out to all of our sponsors, all of the people you see on here, man. Make sure y'all support their business. As y'all see them on the screen. Take our 30 seconds and be back. All right, so we back. So yeah, man, tell us, give us some names on the defensive side of the ball that we need to look at or be prepared to see if you can even entertain the SEC guys.
Probably right now the closest thing they got to an athletic end like a Chase Young is Zach Harris. He'll be a junior this year. He's a beast, almost 300 pounds. ain't too many offensive linemen that's gonna stop him from coming around the edge. But I don't know what the linebacker core is looking like this year.
Right. I saw a lot of DBs transfer out. I didn't see too many transfer in.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Like they can win the Big Ten, but that's what I'm worried about. The defense is what I always care about when you talk about national championship. Like, and I'm personally not convinced yet that they ready yet, unless their offense is just like historic or whatever. But SEC teams, Georgia, Bama, they play good defense. So I'm not sure. I'm not real confident in that going into this year yet.
How long are you going to take getting up there, but not crossing that bridge with Ryan Day? Like, how long does he have? Because
is he Urban Meyer? He coming after Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer got a lot of recruiting was real good with him. Like, so I don't know. Like, if he keep losing the Michigan game, it ain't gonna be good. But from national title standpoint, the defense got to get together.
I was surprised at how few 5-stars they got defensively this year. It was mostly 3 and 4s. So that goes to say something about the rivalries and how Day is able to recruit versus how Urban was a recruiting beast.
Yeah.
And he was.
A lot of the players from the South is like an SEC team in the Big Ten. Now it's like Michigan can catch up a little bit because Harbaugh there, but he got more prestige than they do. So, like, that's another thing.
Yeah, he's
just the back end athletes. Because the front 7, they're always going to have linemen, D linemen. You know, you're going to get the linebackers, but it's them DBs and safeties, man. That's the difference maker because when you got to go against a wide receiver core like Bama got, and you got to pick your poison.
Hell, I can only imagine what their practice looked like. The DBs going against them.
Oh man! Hey, right.
Them DBs chasing them 5 Marvin Harrison Juniors out there catching balls off the hook. I'm trying to imagine what he's doing.
Working them in practice. I know it.
Great work.
All right. Yeah. So that's all. One more thing before we go into that top 5. If you had to give me your Mount Rushmore for Ohio State football, who you got? And then your Mount Rushmore for Cleveland. Both sides. Both players that define both of your franchises or programs. Who you got? Off the top of your head.
Jim Brown, of course. For Browns.
I'll add to the Browns one, Ozzie Newsome.
Yep.
Brady Quinn.
You guys, players I love was Webster Slaughter.
You ain't gonna put Myles Garrett on there? Myles?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nah. I say Bernie Kosar before I say Myles Garrett. Kevin Mack. Ernest Bynum.
Yep. I go Bynum, Kosar. That's the best quarterback I can remember.
Clay Matthews.
Yep.
But Joe Thomas ain't on y'all list either.
Oh, Joe, you gotta put Joe on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta put Joe. Eric Metcalf, Josh Cribbs.
So now we talk Josh Cribbs. Ooh, we talking about all-time playmakers. I actually put Josh Cribbs on it.
Hey, he was that dude.
Yeah.
Josh was that dude.
Bro, they had them big shoulder pads and they were still doing all of that.
Right.
Man, Eric Metcalf's shoulder pass was giant.
Bro, Barry Sanders' shoulder pads was big as hell. He was still
crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
All right, so give me your Ohio State. Now that you've seen, I know when it comes to college football, We got those historians that come out and be like, "Oh, y'all didn't mention somebody that played in 1942." I can see that. Oh, give me
I
your.
gotta say Eddie George.
Eddie George.
Okay.
Defensive side. This one gonna sound crazy. Eli Apple.
Oh, that ain't crazy.
He was a lockdown. It was a wrap. Don't even throw it that way.
I like Young. I like Bosa.
Bosa, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I like Ward.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas.
Oh.
Maurice Claret.
Oh yeah. You come
Hey.
on. Correct. Now I know he went off the field. He was
Hey,
he
Got
gotta
about
get
Zeke.
Yeah, we got about Zeke. We tripping.
Who was
Start
better?
the list over. Start the list over.
Who was better, Zeke or Maurice
Who was
Claret?
better? Zeke or Correct?
I like Zeke better.
Oh, Zeke. Claret was that dude. I give him that, but he wasn't Zeke.
Hey man, Claret was the one that ended the Miami stuff.
What? By himself, bro.
After that, it was like
Zeke beat Bama by himself. I ain't never gonna run back himself. It's Eddie George and Zeke.
Ohio State slick. When you talk about running back, like I think we forgot about Maurice Claret.
Yeah, because he did so much off the field with Robin and Story.
Yeah.
He was there for a year too. Was it 1 year, right? Freshman.
Yeah.
Well, if he was around now for NIL, y'all might have won 2 natties with him.
Yeah.
Because he'd have had the money.
That was his biggest thing. He wanted the name into he wanted the money for all of that.
All right, so look. Now we hear top 5, man. We got top 5 dead or alive playmakers. Now they can be running back, quarterback, receiver, DB, return man. That's whoever, when they get the ball in their hands, everybody sit up to the edge of their seat and just ready for magic.
Barry Sanders, Derrick Henry, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson. Hell.
We all got to have Mike Vick on this list.
Yeah, Mike Vick. Deion Sanders on the defensive side. Ray Lewis was a playmaker.
That's your 5?
I'll go Barry Sanders, Randy Moss, Michael Vick.
You got 2.
And Lamar Jackson.
All right, and this is your NFL list, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do NFL first. Go ahead, Ty. Who you got?
Oh man, my list was gonna be pretty close to that. So I say Deion Sanders, Reggie Bush.
NFL?
Reggie Bush on my college.
Reggie Bush.
Right, we doing NFL.
Okay, NFL. Deion Sanders for sure. Lamar Jackson, Odell Beckham Jr., Mike Vick.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
Why you want me to go? You just.
I'll go. I don't care.
I tweeted it up. So I got Devin Hester. I got primetime Deion Sanders.
For sure.
I got Mike Vick.
For sure.
I got Barry Sanders.
For sure. You copied off my paper.
Nah, this last spot, man, it was tough. Like, I'm fighting between a couple of people because I got Megatron, but I also like Deshaun Jackson. He killed the Giants by himself a few times, man. But they'll turn around and fall in it. Oh, that's a best to me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that last slot, man, it was kind of tough.
Man, it's tough. That's why we got a show, man. You got to make the tough decisions.
Give me Megatron. I took the Georgia Tech ball.
Megatron. Your list absolutely trash. All right, so look, we're going to go Deion
just
Sanders,
throw it up
right?
there and they get it.
Deion Sanders, he's number one. Best at
Yeah.
the end of the day. Shut down, wide receivers, cornerback, return man, everything.
Yes.
I do have Mike Vick on there.
Got to.
He was in my last spot because, Mike Vick. I had Deshaun Jackson because.
How the hell you gonna call my list trash and you copied off my list?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Copy off your list. Hold on.
He don't call out 4 names.
Because he started naming people. Because he kept talking about these honorable mentions and stuff, and I'm like, look, man, I don't care about none of that. I got Devin Hester on there. You got to put the man on there, but nobody put Dante Hall, the human joystick. How y'all forget about Dante Hall?
You got my list.
I don't know. I mean, Dante Hall cool, but if Dante Hall get on the list, then so do Josh Cribbs.
Yeah.
Josh Cribbs got more kickoff returns and punt returns for touchdown than Hall.
Nah, man, I'm going Hall. Hall was more.
I take Cribbs over Hall.
Yeah,
you would. But I do have honorable mention. I did put my boy Percy as honorable mention because he was
in the NFL.
NFL, yeah, he was first Debo before Debo.
He went bigger than fucking Debo. You need
bigger than. But he returned.
You can't be tapping your hip and going to the sideline every other play.
Look, wide receiver,
hella water breaks.
Wide receiver, running back, returner, he did it all. And then nobody thought, and his numbers, I'm gonna say this one guy, and his numbers probably aren't the best, but Cordell Stewart, man, I'm gonna give him his flowers.
Talk about slash.
Literally did everything. Talk about athlete. This man was a punter. He was a kicker. He was a wide receiver, running back, quarterback. I think he played a little cornerback. Like this man, literally, I ain't ever seen anybody pass Pop Warner. That literally played that many positions.
You're not gonna get these boys to give a Pittsburgh Steelers no look.
I'm just saying that's.
You ain't hear no Steelers person name coming out of my mouth.
Cordell Stewart was that guy, man.
That's disrespect. You ain't say Barry Sanders and you start naming people like Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, like
you lost all credibility.
Like
no, I didn't have to put Barry Sanders.
You lost all credibility.
No, I just wanted to give Cordell because nobody talks about Cordell on anything.
For a reason.
There's a reason. It's a reason. Yeah.
This is the wrong show. This is the wrong show.
Yeah.
All right, look, college, man. College. We gonna
go ahead, pop off. You pop first since you want. We'll let them go. Then you gonna go first.
All right.
Go ahead.
So I definitely got Michael Vick on my list for college. Like my man, Florida State ran across the field 18 times before he threw a bump. Like,
okay, let me ask you this. Hold on, I gotta challenge that. Was Johnny Manziel not a better big?
Lamar
Johnny
Jackson
Manziel had a year. I think Johnny Manziel had a year of popularity. Vick was that dude his whole time. Manziel popped off that year when he beat Bama. Everybody was like, "Who is this?"
Show me Vic Heisman Trophy.
That don't mean nothing.
That's disrespect.
I say like because the best guy.
Vic still was that dude though.
I ain't saying. I just said I'm challenging that for you to put Vic on my all-time list. I got other quarterbacks in college. I take Cam Newton over Vic in college.
I'm just talking about when I say the playmaker, like you sit back and when he gets the ball,
yes,
moving stuff, and then he still can throw or keeping it running 50 yards. And it was different. Like he was doing different stuff. Cam, take a read, get upfield. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Boring.
Vic wasn't just start to finish. Vic would get the ball. Vic could take a snap back up 5 yards.
Yes.
Wait for you to rush and
do a backflip. Yeah.
It was
way better than Manziel.
Mike Vick was different. I got Tavon Austin. Like how can you not? Tavon Austin was a playmaker, man. Shout out to them West Virginia boys. I got Percy Harvin, of course. I just thought Tavon was the better out of my totality of my list. I got Percy Harvin, of course. Got Reggie Bush, of course, and I got Honey Badger's my last one because Honey Badger did it all too. He was DB wise, safety, corner, and returner. He did it all, and he was wrecking house. And of course, if missing out on Devin Hester because Devin Hester again, he gets the ball, it's lights out. But I just wanted those other guys. So Honey Badger pick Tavon Austin, Percy, and Reggie Bush, and then I slide in my Devin Hester.
I actually agree with Ken.
You agree with Ken? Yeah, my list kind of
I actually agree. Yep, a lot of his top 5 is mine.
That list was boring. That list was weaker than Deshaun Watson's defense.
Oh Lord. Here we go. Let's hear your list.
That was weak sauce. Okay, check it. Boom. You gotta say Deion Sanders.
Yep.
I said
Look,
Brian.
You gotta say Reggie Bush.
No, I
didn't put Brian. No. Only because in college he just played DB. He didn't really play too much offense.
No, he didn't.
He
played both sides. You need to stop.
He was returning.
He wasn't.
This Florida State hate, y'all. This Florida State hate.
Florida State hate.
Yeah.
Prime time on my favorite place.
He tripping.
But go ahead.
Reggie Bush. Okay. I mean, the behind the back with the ball while he was running the switch hands. Nasty, right? Ricky Williams. Straight unstoppable.
I wouldn't put him above Herschel Walker.
You didn't even put Herschel on your list, though.
No.
Herschel on.
Doesn't more than playmaker? No, absolutely not.
That's why your list was so weak.
He's not as entertaining to watch as
your list had Pickens
hands. As entertaining to watch as so you name the guys that's just like, oh, they did good numbers. I'm talking about guys.
No, not numbers, highlights. That's why I even mentioned what Reggie Bush did. Highlights. These was when they got the ball. It was time to grab the popcorn.
After Cordell Stewart,
I'm not giving Ricky Williams, but go ahead.
Right, Cordell Stewart. He'll never recover from that. He'll never recover from that.
Cordell wasn't in my top 5. I just want to give him.
No, but you wasn't even supposed to say his name today. Today was the wrong day for that. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself.
Ain't nobody gonna line up at wide receiver, quarterback, running back, return the punt, and kick the punt in the game. Ain't happening.
So look, next on my list is I never watched a Louisville football game until Lamar Jackson came on the scene. And I literally would sit there and flip through the channels trying to find his game. Just so I could watch him play, as long as he wasn't playing at the same time Ohio State was playing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is that my whole list? Oh, the other guy I'm having, I got one more guy, but I can't remember his last name for some reason. Vince
Young was that man.
Vince Young.
You know, I don't think Vince gets enough credit in totality because everybody remembers like that particular game, what he did.
Yeah.
For them whole 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was killing it.
Yeah, he didn't
get the national attention to that particular game.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. But yeah.
So you're basically saying my list is fire.
No, I'm just saying I get it.
I would have felt better about Ken this if he'd put Tebow on that mother, but
no, because he wasn't
Tebow. Was Percy Harvin on there? Did he have Percy Harvin on there?
And then left Tebow off.
And left Tebow off.
Right? I'm a Gator fan, right? But Tebow wasn't, when I say like playmaker, like electrifying, it wasn't that Tebow wasn't making no dudes miss. He was running you over.
He was running people over, bro, left and right.
Right, but when I say when you talk about running somebody over, I'm like, don't get me wrong. I like what he did because he was winning games, but I wasn't like, like it wasn't.
They be out here like shout out to Seneca Wallace.
Hey man, shout out to Seneca Wallace.
He's gonna say anybody on Florida. I think nobody don't notice.
If you find me a guy that did all that Cordell did and did it pretty good, then I'll take it.
Bro, we still talking about Cordell. Stop it.
No, he said Seneca Wallace.
Sponsors about to
I mean, Tebow was tough. Tebow was tough, but he wasn't an elusive guy. So when I think of like you making a miss, and that's just my thing. Like,
where my Steelers fans in here? He was elusive in the playoffs, wasn't he, Paul? Wasn't he?
Hey,
just like Baker was.
He beat the Broncos. One pass. Take him there.
Hey, Tebow is a poor man's Dak Prescott.
Ooh.
I wouldn't even say that. Like, I can't think of a quarterback that was like that relied on his like just power running the ball.
Dak in college, Dak ran the exact same scheme.
Oh well, that's mother.
That's why he was such a low draft pick, and then when he got to the league, they discovered he could actually throw the ball.
Well, Tebow wasn't.
Damn mother. That damn mother.
Tebow didn't have all Americans around him in the pros, so that kind of messed him up.
Mark, you gonna get my folks seasick over there, bro.
About to say.
What's going on over there, man?
Yeah, man.
You getting your list out the trash? What's going on?
There you go. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, I got let me give you this real quick, man. I mean, Devin Hester, you had to watch Devin Hester, man. Reggie Bush, did you mention Reggie Bush on your list again?
Yeah. Reggie Bush.
Okay, so man, you got primetime Dion.
Yeah.
Gotta have primetime. You got LJ, Lamar. Like I said, I didn't even Louisville had a football team until Lamar Jackson.
You feel me?
Nobody really care about that. And then, man, you cut on highlights, man. Herschel Walker. That's the best running back highlight tape you gonna ever watch. Him running over, running through, running past. He like Jim Brown. When it comes to the Brown, Herschel Walker, that's what I think about. Like running style, running game. Look at there you go, yawning. That's all right. It's all fun.
I think Herschel and Ricky was kind of similar in that respect.
Yeah, man. And they ran very similar. That's a good comparison. Herschel Walker and Ricky. But that's it.
Eric Dickerson, but that's a little bit.
Right.
Nah, hell no. Nah, hell, I don't even put that up there.
Let him rep for the home team.
Bro, the man didn't even graduate from Georgia. He didn't get no degree from Georgia. Y'all know that.
Hey, if it was anybody that proved that they went to football practice and ain't go to class, it is Herschel Walker.
Yeah, that's straight up. That's straight up.
Marcus over there. Marcus over there.
Did Marcus give us his list? He give us his college list?
No.
Not yet. Marcus got to get the Range Rover together. We can't hear you, Marcus.
I say get the Range Rover.
He in that Rolls Royce over there. He in that Rolls Royce truck.
He didn't mute me.
I ain't mute you because I know your list gonna be ridiculous. You're gonna say Ted Ginn or somebody. Go ahead.
Ooh, Ted was that dude.
He's still
Don't play with somebody from your school on the list.
College playmakers. Lamar Jackson.
Didn't they have Ishmael too? Didn't they have Ishmael?
No, Rocket Ishmael with the Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
My bad.
Boy, you better get replaced.
I asked the question.
I know, I'm just playing.
This sounds good.
And Desmond Howard. Everybody wanted to see Desmond Howard.
Desmond
Howard. Y'all want no Michigan, no love on this show.
That's why he didn't make my list. But
Denard Robinson, but that's a lot of Michigan guys I put over Ohio State guys. Denard was entertaining.
Hey man.
All right, Ken.
Ohio State just wins. It wasn't that entertaining.
You can make plays, and we win titles.
It took a Florida guy to get y'all dub.
We got the dub.
I know, because it was a Florida guy. But go ahead, Marcus. Let's hear your 5.
That I've seen Mike Vick, Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
College is tough, man. So many teams, so many players. It's tough to do college off the top of your head.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. So many people.
We'll go. I go Percy Hartman. Also.
Percy with that deal a little bit, man.
Edit that part out.
We're gonna make sure that's gonna be the.
Don't try to fix it to where I said Tavon 4 times, 5 times. Dion and
gotta put Devin Hester on there. I help you with that one.
Yeah. I'll go Devin Hester.
Nobody advocated for Braxton Miller. That boy was.
He was alright.
He was a choice.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
As far as when he got the ball in his hand.
He was nice. So much so when he got to the league, he played more receiver than quarterback.
He had to. His arm was
hot garbage. Yeah.
Not just hot garbage, but that thing was all work.
Marcus.
Noodle. Yeah.
Noodle. Yeah. Noodle.
Marcus said he played, but
now this is the last question. I know we're going over time, but this is the last question I have for Ohio State guys. What is the issue with college? Y'all will have, I think every quarterback since Braxton Miller has been Heisman caliber, breaking records, entertaining, but they get to the pros and they be just straight trash. Like, why is it that Ohio State guys can't produce quality NFL quarterbacks when they're so great in college?
Well, I think some of them come out, they not ready. Like 12 Gauge wasn't ready. He had one little run and then he wanted to go to the NFL. Haskins wasn't ready neither, in my opinion. Like, so I knew you sort of know. And then the other quarterbacks are more like they playing under Urban Meyer, so they running a lot. It doesn't translate well unless you're like Jackson or something like that. Unless you're Lamar Jackson, it doesn't work. So you sort of know who's gonna go. Justin Fields is the only one that might do it. I feel okay about Justin Fields, but early signs are showing probably not. Like, that's my thing. The read option stuff that Urban Meyer does with the quarterbacks, I don't like. I like pocket passes, and Haskins wasn't ready, and 12 Gauge wasn't ready.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. They weren't fundamentally sound. None of them were. Like, let's keep it greasy. Braxton Miller was a running back. Cardell Jones was a tight end. Like, they was even Haskins was a tight end. Like, Urban would put anybody at the quarterback who could remember the plays, and the receivers were so fast. It was about separation, so you didn't have to have any of the fundamentals of being a true pocket passing quarterback in order to be quarterback at Ohio State and do it at a high level. As long as when the play broke down, you had a set of wheels on you. So that don't translate to the NFL.
So it's still been
Ohio State has good running backs too in that time. So it's just like you can't see it or whatever. Like Braxton Miller had to be converting to a wide receiver when he got to the NFL. Like, so unless you Lamar Jackson, man, it's not working. It ain't working for Baker neither. And he ran a lot. Like, so
you gotta be able to throw the ball, man. You gotta be able to throw the ball and have a little mobility. You don't need to rely on your mobility.
Yeah. Not only that, but I think you gotta have. I think it's underestimated what the IQ of a quarterback's got to be. You got to be able to read defense and know where not to throw the ball, and be smart enough to get rid of it when there is nothing there. And I think that's probably part of Baker's issues too. I don't know his IQ that high.
Yeah. Do you put that on the player, or do you put that on the coach? Because it's the coach job to kind of get you ready. Or do you think that it's the coach job to get them to that point of where they can dissect the defense and do all that?
I thought Stefanski didn't draft Baker, so that's part of the problem too. Kirk Cousins and Baker Mayfield are not even the same quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in and you got a quarterback you didn't draft, it's sort of like he wants more of a Deshaun Watson. That's what he wants. But they had to change the team to a running team so Baker wouldn't throw the ball as much. If Baker throw the ball over 30 times, it's a problem. He barely gets 300-yard games, and when he gets multiple touchdown games, you're getting interceptions with it.
Yeah. So you could tell Stefanski didn't trust him. He set the offense up that way, and then look who he replaced him with. Everybody has always talked about, even when Deshaun had terrible teams, he still made things happen, right? He made good decisions. Then they bring in Jacoby Brissett. Everybody talked about how intelligent Jacoby was and how he wouldn't turn the ball over. Then they went and got the dude from Pittsburgh, Josh Dobbs, where they talk about he a rocket scientist and he's so intelligent. Because in order to run some schemes, it's just not as simple as throw it to whatever the route tree was or decide to run, and Baker got short legs, so that didn't work out good for him in the NFL.
Man.
Yeah, you can see it. OBJ goes to LA. Stafford's getting him the ball. Why can't Baker get him the ball behind one of the league's best offensive lines? It's no excuse to me. Like, it's really mind-boggling. It's the quarterback. He's just not the guy. He a backup.
Hey, shout out to OBJ Daddy for being for saving his career when he released that video.
But can we keep it greasy though? So this is why the Browns picked up Amari Cooper versus an OBJ. Amari's gonna run the route and win. OBJ don't run routes and win, and when he don't, he freestyle. So Baker was trying to throw the plays that Stefanski had drawn up, and OBJ was like, man, the hell with that play. If I bust a left right here, I could get open. And when you see the video, you see an open OBJ. Yeah, he open, but he also didn't run the route. He ran his own. He freestyled. But when you Eli Manning and you just waiting for the receiver to get open, then you're going to hit him at the right times because you got a different level of poise. What's the quarterback at? Stafford. That's a different level of quarterback. Baker ain't on that level. Stafford waited for OBJ to make his move and then hit him with the ball. But OBJ ain't running the routes the way they was playing. Never have.
Stafford didn't won a Super Bowl. Georgia just won that championship. Yeah.
That man was used to throwing it up to Calvin Johnson, man, so he could just throw it up there.
Yeah.
Baker throw it up there. It's an interception.
Yeah, he can't do it. He's too short. He can't see over the line. He got short legs. Look like he riding a big wheel.
I thought Baker was overrated coming out of college anyway.
I did too. I seen that when we whooped them boys up there in that Rose Bowl.
I said, y'all mad at Johnny Manziel and drafted Johnny Manziel 2.0?
Nah. Baker was better. Hey, Baker stayed off. He stayed off the booger sugar, and Johnny couldn't leave that stuff alone. That ain't fair. It ain't fair to compare Baker to Johnny Manziel. Johnny was a joke from the jump. Say that 3 times fast.
The Browns wanted to draft. They thought they was getting Kyler Murray when they got Baker, and then they didn't. They got Mitchell Trubisky. That's what they got. He a game manager. But then he tried to do too much. So then, like, he's throwing interceptions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was them commercials that did him in. He should have never did them damn insurance.
And they still running them.
You know what? I hate it when people say that. Get your money. All these players out here, do as many. Them commercials don't distract you from doing what you need to do. I don't know why the media always play that.
They made him look real snarky in them commercials.
Nah, but it didn't affect his ability to know the playbook.
Clearly.
Hey, tell him to get his money. He need to get his money because he ain't getting that extension. So you need to get it from somewhere.
Hey, what's crazy is he might even catch this $18 million while sitting at the beach.
I saw something the other day saying the Browns gonna end up releasing him. That's the only way another team gonna pick him up. They're not gonna trade for him.
Right. They're trying to get Carolina right now to do a deal with them, but Carolina's like, you're gonna have to eat at least $12 million of the $18 million contract, which Cleveland don't want to do. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna hold a 53-man roster spot for a guy that you know you're not gonna play. So that's why they would end up having to release him.
Browns front office is pissed. That is a perfect example of you got in your hands, you got a Super Bowl quality team, and your front office is fumbling the bag. Boy.
Nah. That roster is deep, man. The roster, look, running backs. When you got Chubb, Hunt, then what's the other guy? Dearness Johnson.
Yeah.
Like the front office has made some fantastic roster moves. This quarterback situation is a hot garbage, but one of you guys said it already. They didn't draft Baker.
Yeah.
They inherited that issue. He's just trying to get it right at this point.
Right. But look, man, we running out of time. We done ran overtime. Talking good old. I ain't know we was gonna be able to talk football with this long, man. How about that? And we kept it classy. You know what I'm saying? We kept it classy. Took a few digs, but they took the hot seat. Shout out to y'all. Y'all gave the Miami boys a run for their money. You know what I'm saying? Getting on the show. But look, man, give them y'all social so they can follow y'all and they can hear y'all talk more trash.
Give it to him, Marcus.
I think my Twitter is at Easley0, and you know I'm at Sports Logic on Facebook, Marcus Easley. So come check that out.
Indeed.
All right. And you can find me at 216 State of Mind on Spotify. Listen to my podcast, Cleveland State of Mind podcast. Also, you can find me on Twitter, Talking Junk. Same thing, 216 State of Mind. Also on Instagram, posting schedules, picks, highlights from the Browns is really my favorite, but I cover all of Cleveland. 216 State of Mind on Instagram as well.
Bet. Look, we appreciate y'all coming on here. Oh, go ahead, Steve. I'm back.
Oh no, that was it, man. I was saying the same thing, man. I appreciate y'all taking
Yes, sir.
So
thanks for having us.
We winding down this 100 days of football. We might be able to get y'all on another time. We get closer to the season start. I'm sure y'all have some breaking news happening in Cleveland at some point.
Once they make a decision, y'all got to bring me back. So we can talk about how many games he ended up getting.
Yeah, we definitely bring y'all back again for sure.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate
America's team.
Out, man.
Why y'all laughing? It's America's team.
All right, man. I appreciate
y'all, boy, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Another good show, man. Look,
next
week, I don't know if we having a special guest or not. We might not. But we're gonna talk. So look, we running out of positions, man. We need to talk about literally everybody. Playmakers, DBs. I think the only thing we gotta talk about defensive ends.
Yeah, I think so. The ends. Yes, sir.
The ends, rush guys.
Man, we I think I seen today we're 77 days away from kickoff at this point. So we actually have 11 more Saturdays, bro, before we get a kick.
So we're gonna need at least 9 more guests because one weekend we're gonna do Florida, one we gotta do Georgia, and I'll give you the last.
I got the Georgia week. I got something special for the Georgia week.
We'll let you go. We'll let you go last because you
don't have to bring one. I don't know. I got to make sure his training camp time. I got to see because he's in training camp with the dogs right now. So I got to get it right. But we're gonna have a dog player, one of the current players, come on the team. Come on here, man. Talk about that experience.
Now you're gonna make me step my Florida week up. Oh man.
Shout out to Icon E for putting that on, man. Helping me get that together, man. So yeah.
For sure. So next week we'll talk defensive ends, rush ends, an outside linebacker, that rush guy. I mean, man, we'll be here to talk more football, man. This is just, and I want y'all to remember, man, this is off season for us right now. So we're feeling some time. When the season starts, boy, oh boy, it's gonna be on and popping, baby. On and popping.
Tell it.
We're gonna sign it off, man. Happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be on tomorrow. We're gonna be off tomorrow, man. But happy Father's Day, Steve. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that watch, all the single mothers and all that. All the coaches.
Don't you start.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's standing that role of father. You know what I'm saying? We coaches, pastors, teachers, all that. You ain't got to have a kid to be a father in somebody's life. So, kudos to all y'all, man, and all of us. Enjoy your weekend.
You too, my brother. Don't do nothing that you don't want to do.
Hey, look, this is a weekend thing. We ain't doing just one day. We doing a weekend. Let it be known. If they got a problem, send it to us. Get y'all weekend. Get y'all drink. Get y'all couch. Get them holy sweatpants. Get your seat on the couch and don't move for 2 days. I don't care what she say or he said. Don't move.
Nope.
Sit in your seat. Hold your ground, King.
Man,
we out of here, man. Till next time.